Okay, so welcome back, and today we're going to start talking about percents. Okay, so what is a percent? Well, the word percent comes from the Latin words per centum. So, oops, misspelled that. Which, again, means per centum, which means per 100 or for every 100. And so literally that's what percent means. It means for out of 100. Okay? So this is a count out of 100, right? So 40% means 40 out of 100. Or 100% means 100 out of 100. Or 50% means 50 out of 100, and so on. And so that's all we mean when we're looking at percentages. Okay? For every 100, this is how many we have. Okay? So, and the way we set it up is we have a base length. Okay? So here's the base length that we start out with. This is the length that we compare all other measurements to. And so if this is the length of the item that we want to compare, then we need to find out, hey, what proportion of the base length does this equal? And of course, we could measure this using a fraction. We could show it using a fraction or a decimal or a percent. Okay? So how do we do this? Well, one way to write it as a percent is to take this base length and to divide it into 100 equal pieces. And then see how many of those pieces does this length take up. For example, we could use millimeters, right? We could use a stick, right? A measuring stick, a ruler, that is a 100 millimeter ruler, right? And then we can measure things and see and compare the length. So, and again, the idea is we want to do it per 100. So, for example, let's say this measurement here measures 40 millimeters on a 100 millimeter stick or ruler. So what does that mean? Well, it's going to be 40 millimeters out of 100. So we would write this as 40 out of 100. Now, that means if we write it as a percent, we just drop the 100, and so it's 40 out of 100, which means it's 40%, right? Per 100. 40 per 100. So we can write 40 over 100 equals 40%. Now, sometimes the length that we're interested in comparing to the base length is longer, which means that we're going to get something that's over 100% of the base length, right? So again, if I have a 120 millimeter length and I have a 100 millimeter ruler, then the way I would set that up is the comparison is, again, set as a fraction, it's going to be 120 out of 100. Okay? Which means that this is equal to 120%, right? Because we're setting it up as per 100, per 100. So it makes sense that we just take this and write it as 100%. So again, anything over 100, we just take the numerator and add a percent. Okay? Because again, per 100 means, hey, again, fractional, it's per 100, like meters per second, miles per hour. You know, it's the per indicates division, right? The fractional bar. So if we have per centum per 100, to set up a percentage, it's anything over 100 is the percentage. Anything over 100 gives us the percentage. Okay? That's it. See you next time.